Good day, everyone. I'm Dr. Agnes Montalvo, and I'm going to discuss this topic, the philosophical self. At the end of this presentation, you will be able to define philosophy and self, differentiate the Western and Eastern philosophies, understand the views of Western and Eastern philosophies on self. These are the frequently asked questions we're going to talk about understanding self. Do you know yourself? Do you understand yourself? Is it possible that you know yourself, but you also do not understand yourself? How is knowing different from understanding? To begin with, let's see the definition of knowing and understanding. Knowing, it's defined as reflecting or possessing information, facts, and intelligence. The level is surface level awareness. So it answers the question what? For example, what is your name? What is your birth date? What is your favorite color? What is your zodiac sign? So it's very basic level of information and facts about yourself compared to understanding, which is defined as the capacity to comprehend a concept, situation, or thing fully and deeply. The level is deep level integration. So we integrate the why and the how of things. Why is blue your favorite color? Why did you act that way? Why why do you like that person? Or how is your thought process? So that's a more deeper level of understanding or explaining yourself. It's the knowing and understanding is often compared with an iceberg. So here, this is the surface level knowing, but underneath the iceberg, it's a bigger part. That's the part of that's the understanding part. No, you know your favorite color, but the reason behind that favorite color is here below. That's the understanding. We have philosophy self and the philosophy of self. As defined by the Encyclopedia Britannica in 2020, philosophy originated from the Greek word philosophia, meaning the love of wisdom. It aims to study and seek answers to fundamental questions about existence, knowledge, values, reason, mind, logic, and language. So, according to this is Aristotle, all men by nature desire to know. So, pag sinabing all, nobody is exempted. Everybody, all of us, has that desire to know something. Let's go to the topic on self. What is self? There's no absolute definition of self, no? Hindi magkasundo kung ano talaga ang definition of self. Walang isang tamang definition of self. So we are going to borrow the definition of self from Merriam and Webster. According to Merriam and Webster, the self is an individual's character or behavior. It is the union of elements such as body, emotions, thoughts, and sensations that constitute the individuality and identity of a person. So, yourself, it's composed of a body, meron kang katawan. Your emotion, ano ang nararamdaman mo. Your thoughts, ang iyong pag-iisip. And then sensation. Sensation is what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, and your tactile sensation, no, yung pakiramdam sa balat that constitute your individuality and identity of a person. For example, pagdating sa sensation, pag may nag-spray ng pabango, some people will like that smell, some people be will not like that perfume. If it's body, some of us are petite, some are small, medium, extra large. For the emotion, if you are presented with a sad movie, not everybody gets so sad in a movie. And then your thoughts, if you're presented with an apple, what's your thought for an apple? Is it a food? Is it appealed? Is the color appealing? So each one of us has a different reaction, individuality, and identity. The unified being essentially, the self is also the unified being that's essentially integrated to our consciousness or awareness, meaning we are conscious and we are aware of ourself. Now, this is related to the theory of John Locke. If we are referring to ourself in our consciousness, try to think or try to imagine yourself when you were 7 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old, your prom, your birthday, your awareness and consciousness of that in the past, it's also yourself. Next, we have the concept of self. The concepts of self may be examined in 5 ways. You have self-knowledge, self-activity, self-independent of the senses, self-identity, and self-image. Let's explain this one by one. Self-knowledge refers to one's knowledge and understanding of one's own learning, characters, motivation, and capabilities. For example, would you rather go to Japan or Korea? Would you rather dance or sing? Would you rather study or watch Netflix? That's your self-knowledge. You decide if you want to study, if you want to watch. What's your motivation? Would you rather exercise or sleep? Well, each one of us has a different answer to these questions. And when you can answer this, that's already a self-knowledge. Or what happens if you encounter any stress? Are you going to fight? No? Are you going to fly? Tatakbo ka ba? Or freeze? You do nothing. That's also self-understanding. Next, we have self-activity. This is defined as an independent and self-determined action of one person. It is the quality or state of being self-active. Why did I include the photo of Bea and this the owner of Pure Gold? No, because do you think somebody controlled Bea, somebody forced Bea to marry this guy? So if it's her own decision, that's an independent and self-determined action of Bea or you. That's self-activity. Next, we have self as independent of the senses. It refers to the aspects of your identity that exist purely inside your mind, your innate cognitive capabilities, natural aptitudes, and internal reflective processes, rather than things you learn, observe, or experience through external sensory inputs like sight, sound, or physical training. So this is some would call it your inner self. This is how you think, your cognitive capabilities, your creativity, your problem solving, and decision making. For example, eto no, this photo. Example no, you were kidnapped and then you were in a dark room. In a dark room, we cannot see anything. And then you will start to think, how can I get out of here? So that thought process, that's your innate cognitive capabilities. You find ways, you think how you're going to get out alive and survive no kapag ka ganito ang nangyari sa'yo. Bakit ko to ginawang example? Because this is different from your external sensory inputs. Like for example, no, if it's dark, you can still know, you can still think I'm still here. Buhay pa ako, 'di ba? Even without any external sensory input. Okay, next, self-identity is the particular characteristics of the self that determines individuals' uniqueness among others. How unique are you? List 3 core characteristics or values that define your identity. How unique is Manny Pacquiao? How unique is Alex Ayala? And here, do you know that this person is a very rich man? How unique are they? What are your characteristics or values that define your identity? What's so special about you? No, if you're in a class and I ask you, how many are born in January kapag may kapareho kang pinanganak ng January, that's not very unique. What's your identity? Your identity, do you have a unique name? May kapangalan ka rin. Your thumb mark, that's a sign of that's unique, no? Your thumb mark. Your set of teeth, yung ngipin, that's also unique. Kapag ka sa may nasunugan, may patay, and then they check the dental, you can match it to a single person. Okay. Next, self-image. This is a mental picture of an individual and is quite resistant to change through time regarding one's ability, personality, and role. Let's have an example. So we have Alex and Jordan. Now imagine two students, Alex and Jordan, both scored an 80% in their recent math exam. Alex has a self-image of being bad at math. So when they see the 80%, they think, that was a fluke, I got lucky. So kung si Alex, negative ang kanyang self-image, may mangyari sa kanyang negative or positive, negative pa rin ang dating sa kanya. Ito namang isa, si Jordan, kung si Jordan ay may positive na self-image, pareho naman silang nakakuha ng 80%. Si Alex, sabi niya, chamba. Si Jordan naman, sabi niya, my hard work paid off and I can do even better next time. See? Yan ang self-image. So going back to the definition, this is resistant to change. Hindi siya kaagad na nagbabago. Yung one's ability, personality, and role. Yung self-image mo, no, that's resistant to change. Kaya nga, if you have a positive self-image, may mangyari sa yung negative or positive ang tingin mo. Sa taong may negative na self-image, may nangyari sa yung positive or negative ang dating sa iyo. Okay. I think this is the last of the slides for this definition of the self, and then the other topics on self. Okay, try to watch the other videos on Eastern and Western philosophy. Okay, goodbye.